Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. And it's the 5th eviction night of the series. And it's double trouble tonight. I'm telling you, we're going to be catching up with Ricky and Lauren, a.k.a. Licky, very shortly. But you know what's coming next. It is time to welcome some Big Brother royalty. So please be upstanding. Please, come on. Come on. For the lady herself, Mrs. Emma Willis. I'll tell you why. No, I'm going to tell you why. No,
comb over.
I'm going to tell you why. Right, I've already told them don't do a close-up, but you can have one on free. Right, I've been bit on the side of my head today. I've been bit on the side of my head.
Oh,
I know.
But your hair's not covering it.
I know it was covering it in your live link just earlier on.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I have my hair down, and then I've had to put it up because I got a couple of tweets on Twitter saying, oh no, your hair looks horrible.
Get it out your eyes, move it out your eyes.
I
Stop
know.
touching your hair.
But Gabrielle was on last night and she rocks a fringe. I was like, I'm doing the Gabrielle fringe tonight.
I get the tweets, move your hair out your eyes. No, I like it there.
Leave me alone.
It's my hair.
You look gorgeous tonight, by the way.
Thanks.
I really fancy you tonight. Let's talk about that interview.
Wow, that wasn't awkward at all.
Casual, nice, cut. How was it?
Do you know what? I think I had a little chat with them beforehand, and I think they thought we had done it on purpose.
When I watched it, I thought they thought it was a fake.
Well, they weren't quite sure what was going on, I don't think, and I think they thought we'd made it a double because they'd both come out the lowest.
Yeah.
But I said to them, it's been, you know, since last Friday we knew it was going to be a double tonight.
Yeah.
So there are just too many of you in the house.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of eased them a little bit. I said, but it's just a coincidence that you are both here and your stories have been together. So,
were you surprised
that the two of them came out?
Mm.
No, I don't suppose I was. I think people are just that whole story is kind of over, really.
Yeah.
You know, even though it never
funnily
really
enough,
kind of
tonight,
got going.
In tonight's reality, it sort of was the pretty much final part of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, so no, I'm not surprised they came out. What's interesting, I think, is that it's a final of older housemates.
I know.
Which is a rarity, and I think that's because they have life experience, they're big characters, and they're bringing something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they are bringing it. We've been saying it all series.
They're all bringing something.
Old versus young, isn't it? It's been really.
But they're all still there. So, so no, I wasn't surprised. I think Ricky's been really quiet. Ricky, I don't know whether he's very nervous, whether he feels quite uncomfortable with the doing the double interview, or whether he's wound up by stuff. I don't know, but he didn't. But it's a strange situation to come out into, you know. Obviously, he didn't really relax.
We've touched on, obviously, where it went wrong, obviously, the end of the relationship and whatever, but do you think you would have got more out of them if they were in individual interviews? Because it seemed to me he weren't holding back with what he was saying, was he? He was like, well, actually...
Yeah, no, I think his whole story has been her. So that is all, I think... You know, would his experience have been different if Lauren hadn't been in there? Absolutely, probably yes.
Yeah, definitely.
But he said, I'm a party boy, I'm young, I want to be having fun all the time. And that wasn't the case, I suppose, in there. Although Lauren certainly enjoyed herself.
Yeah, she had a lovely time.
Lauren, I would have loved to have... It's such a shame that we only have one part of a show to interview two housemates, because Lauren could have easily taken up, you know, a whole part of a show, because there was so much to talk to her about. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, so I think it's such a shame. And you know, I believed her when she said, you know, I thought we were just friends, and then when people were like, you should like him, he's nice, you know, you do kind of start thinking, well, maybe I should, maybe he is, maybe we will. And then, like, she's like, do you know what? No, there is just nothing there. And I I don't know whether I'm foolish to believe her, but I do believe her. So I would like to have talked to her more about all of that. And, you know, we've kind of seen her talk about her ex-boyfriend. Sorry, I'm babbling on.
Babe, go for it. I'm just going to casual lounge.
About, you know, her ex-boyfriend, and I feel like she's heartbroken, and I just want to talk to her about everything.
I know.
So, I'm going to shut up.
No, you don't have to shut up. But no, let's move on quickly to Friday.
Yes.
You're going to be crowning a winner.
Yes.
We go away, Maria. What do you want to see happen over the next 2 days? What would your ideal sitch be next 2 days?
Ideal sitch. What do you mean?
What do you want to see happen over the next 2 days? What do we want to see?
I want to see fun. I know we thought this was going to be a really fun house, and there has been lots of drama, which has been brilliant to watch. But it would be nice to see them all enjoying themselves. I think everybody's kind of getting on board now that Gary is Gary, and you can't change him. You know, you can try and help him, and sometimes he can be abrupt and go, stop, no, don't talk. And that maybe he could take on board. But the rest of it, that's the way he is. Like he said tonight, this is me. I've been this way for 70 years.
Can I just say, you love a babble tonight,
I do,
you? You've been on the sauce.
I'm just going to say, I would like to see 48 hours of fun and them reflecting on maybe what they've learned and have a great time.
Give it up for Emma Willis! Right, let's have a look. See how the house copes after Ricky and Lauren's departure. You need to go to bed.
Golden balls. But you know something, I don't know how anyone can watch this and not fall in love with you, George.
Yeah.
I swear, you know what I mean? It's like...
Audley ain't.
Well, Audley ain't watching, he's living here.
Audley's argued with everyone at some point.
I
didn't argue with Lauren.
We
argued anyway.
You argued for Lauren, not with her.
Hey, don't stab her in the back now she's left.
That's you nut job, not her. That's for you.
Hey, you might not be interesting, but at least you're good looking, apparently.
I need to be interesting for my family. I don't need to be interesting for anybody else.
In fairness, you do have the credit for the looks. Look at that picture. It's a pretty good looking face.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
The only person I'm trying to impress is me and my family.
Yeah.
No one else.
That's it. We're getting on all right. I've just got to quickly say, I don't normally do this, but this is their 25th wedding anniversary tonight, and they're spending it with us. How amazing! Congratulations. How lovely, how lovely. Right, let's get back to Big Brother. It's time now to meet tonight's panel. First up is a woman who's quite the reality TV expert. She might have left the celeb house to a load of booze in Series 9, but we're going to give her a whole lot of cheers tonight. It's the wonderful Nicola McLean. Who I might say is looking sick tonight. Now, listen, the house might have a Hollywood legend in Gary, but tonight, in the studio, I've got a Hollyoaks legend, all right? Give it up for Kieran Richardson! Ledge. And finally, a lady who has well and truly become part of the Bots furniture, albeit a very expensive, classy bit of furniture. Please give it up for our beautiful Bots lady, Louisa! Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, let's get down to business. Talk about the eviction. Kieran, did the right people go?
It's a funny question, this one, because in one sense, yes, because like Emma said earlier, we feel like if it was a storyline, it never kicked off, it was never going to happen, so we're bored of seeing that now. But then in the other sense, because they've been so heavily featured this week, what else are we going to see now? And I know that once you get past the letters bit and everyone cries, it's normally everyone gets on now for the last couple of days, and they were the only two where if Lauren has a drink, there could be a bit of friction at night time. So I feel like, I know Emma wants like a happy last couple of days. I want to see
You're an horrible boy, yeah. You want them having a right round. Yeah. Nick, why do you think the public just didn't save them? And how funny, they both went out together. Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know. Ricky, I can really understand why no one saved him, because he really has been... He's been lovely, don't get me wrong, but he's come across as a nice boy.
Compared to his Geordie Shore character.
Yeah, but still boring. Like, I don't want to watch nice boys in Big Brother. I want people to entertain me, and he hasn't been very entertaining.
You like a bad boy, Nick, don't you? You like a bad boy in Big Brother?
But Lauren, I loved. Like, I think she's been brilliant. I do, my opinion. I think she's been brilliant. I think that she's been fun to watch. I love how drunk she's got. I mean, she's probably the only girl, apart from me, to go in there and get that steam in.
I'm gonna say something just very quickly to defend Lauren. I know Lauren does have a drink and she says a couple of things, ruffles people the wrong way, but if you remember rightly, when she had the words with Frenchie, I thought she come across really well in that argument.
She's a nice girl, Lauren.
She didn't shout, she wasn't going, she wasn't swearing, like you'd expect from someone from Towie. No, there's nothing wrong with shouting and swearing, hello, you ain't met my mother. But you'd expect her to go for it, wouldn't you, for being from Reality Back? And I thought she'd come across really well there.
No, she does come across well.
Lulu, what about you? You shocked they've gone?
No, they just didn't bring it, did they? They've got nothing. They were just nothings. Quite honestly, you should be good housemates. You have to go in there. That you've been paid to go in there. You've almost been paid to entertain. And I wasn't entertained. Ricky was like boring. Like Lauren was the most interesting thing to ever happen to Ricky, and she wasn't interesting either. So it was kind of like, yeah. I think that it was right that they went. You know, some of them, the remaining ones, I don't like, but they should be there. It's almost like the finalists have kind of earned their place in the final.
You reckon? Let's see if you agree. What are you thinking? That's a nice suit tonight.
That's right. Lauren and Ricky, they were like a weak cup of tea. There was no... They needed a tea bag to stir it. There was no passion in them. There was nothing to them. Unless it was scripted, there was nothing for them to say that was right in front of them. They were boring.
Do you know what? He's so into it, he's foaming at the mouth. Right? You know, he's so into it. He's
why put people like that in the house? We need people that's going to give us some fun, and they let us down.
Well, I think we have got, completely. Looking behind you, I think we've got a strong final on our hands. I really do. Let's talk about tonight's reality. Louisa, Adele was upset with her argument with Gary. This close to the final, do you think that's just emotions running high, or do you think she was right to be upset?
Look, there is something Gary is doing that's pissing all of them off.
Yeah.
And I think the way that we're now seeing the show is that it's all sort of starting to unravel with Gary, and I think it could put a bit of a spanner in the works whether he wins or not. But, you know, emotions are running high. You're nearing the final. She's probably, you know, thinking about her 3 kids now, and you're starting to think about going home.
And we saw her daughter started school.
Yeah, and, you know, that's an emotional time. Like, it's a massive thing to miss that. I wouldn't have missed that. I understand why she did. But, yeah, I think it's just emotions running high, and Gary's just really rubbing people up the wrong way.
What are we? Team Adele, Team Gary? Adele. Hands up for Adele. Hands up for Gary. I think they're Team Gary. Kieran, what about you? Team Adele, Team Gary?
Team Gary. But with Gary, it's a funny one because at the beginning of the episode, I'm always on all of the other housemates' teams, and I'm like, yeah, he's awful, he's horrendous, I could never live with him. But then once you hear his side of it, I go, oh no, now I'm Team Gary again. And it happens in every single episode that I watch. It starts off me hating him, and then it ends up me loving him.
He's a good character.
But this is what I want to say. There's a lot of speculation. Obviously, we know Gary has got his hearing disabilities. We know Gary has had a bit of a tough life with stuff that he's had to go through and stuff like that. But Nick, for every housemate that's come onto this show straight after and say he is hard to live with, he is hard to live with, for 14 other people to say that, do you think he could potentially be playing a game, Nick?
He could be what? Playing a game?
Yeah.
I just couldn't stand him. If I was in that house with him, I swear to God, I'd be done for murder. Like, he is so annoying. He's rude. Like, he's rude to people. I don't particularly like Adele. I'm not going to lie. She's boring as well. But the way he speaks to people is so disgraceful. If someone ever put their hand in my face and told me to be quiet, I swear to God, I would kill him. Like, I don't know if
Nick, be quiet. Shred. Listen, on Friday, Emma is going to be crowning our Big Brother champ. So, Kieran, are we going to be seeing a more harmonious house like Emma said she wanted?
I think every single normal Big Brother, celebrity Big Brother, it always happens. And I said before, as soon as they get the letters, apart from the dramatic one that you did, it's all...
Listen, why are you all bullying me tonight?
Oh, she's used the B word. She's brought up the B word, isn't she?
As soon as they get the letters, they all start crying, it's all emotional, then they all love each other, and it kind of gets a little bit boring towards the end because they have made friends and they've got everything out in the open by that point.
Yeah.
But I want to see more kick-offs.
A bit of drama. How are they going to be feeling, Lulu? They all know they're in the final now.
It's just like, you're tired now.
This is the home straight.
OK, this is the home straight. They've only got 2 more days left. So, yeah, I think you will. I don't know if you'll see any more drama, unfortunately. You might with Gary, though, because he just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
He's just, like, relentless.
He's a walking drama machine.
Yeah, he is. He just goes, and he keeps giving and giving and giving.
Let's go down the panel. Nicola, who's going to take the crown?
I'd love James to win it.
No!
Oh! Controversial. Why, James?
Oh, he's been a fantastic housemate. Listen, I'm not saying I love you guys when you go, no, you know, yes, he has. Because the thing is that you don't want to watch boring people. If Adele wins it, are you joking me? She's bored me for 3 weeks. As you said, you get paid to go in there to entertain, not to bore me. James is funny, like, he doesn't care, and he ruffles feathers.
Do you want James to take it?
Yes.
Kieran?
I'll have a bit of D for me, please.
Bit of D? Yeah. Why D?
I think D, because of the very first task that she was given with the being the royal thing. I loved that, and I think that she has been true and genuine to herself. And when she was a little bit nasty to Gary and they fell out over him stripping and getting naked, she realised what she'd done and then apologised and was the bigger woman.
She'd done. She'd just seen a penis.
You want D to take it? Lulu, who do you want to take it?
George. Yeah. I just think, do you know what? He's just this regular bloke that sits in his lounge watching telly, who's suddenly been thrust into this crazy world, put in a house with all these nutters that, like, with these, like, egos. This one's, like, getting his balls out on the table and they're squaring up to each other. This other one's, like, this crazy, arrogant prick. And then it's just, like, he's just kind of there, like, hi. So I really like him. I think he's just...
I think it's safe to say Lulu wants George to win it. Very quickly, who do we want to win? It's mixed. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was a nice first start. Stay tuned. We're going to be chatting to our first evictee of the night, Ricky. He'll be giving us the lowdown on his time in the house. Don't go anywhere. If you could hear what me and Nicola McLean were talking about in the break, you'd be shocked, I tell you. She had a good night last night. Welcome back to Celebrity Growers bit on the side. We're this close to the final. We are a bit like a bag of pick and mix, I'd describe it as. You know, we're full of lots of different celebrities, and, you know, at the end, when there's always a couple left that you don't want to go near or touch. It's like that, isn't it? It is. Right, he flirted with Lauren. He talked about Lauren, and then he talked a little bit more about Lauren. And do you know what? I wonder what this VT's going to be about. It's Ricky's worst bits.
I don't know. Sweet. Fuck's sake. Do you know? Sweet. I don't know. Yeah, sweet. Ricky Canasio.
He's doing alright. I'm doing lots alright. Have you been? No. If you met the right person, you know. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. When you know, you know.
I've said I like you. You know fine well. You know fine well. I like it. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah, I really like it. Oh yeah, I fucking really like the girl. When I fall. I never get like this, ever.
Oh, 5.
Fuck off. He's constantly around us. He's like a fly around shit. Off the bed.
That's the one that you really like, though.
When you like someone, mate.
If you like someone, though, bro.
Don't keep going or really like it. There's no point.
Yeah, I really like it, though. If I'm making myself look like a dick, I'm fucking doing it.
We're getting places.
When you know, man.
We're definitely going places.
When you know, you know.
We're definitely going places.
When you know, you know.
We're going places.
Do you know?
Well, here's our lonely-hearted Casanova, who, faced with one fair Essex maiden, never gave up the fight for true love. Surely, yeah, sure. You voted him out too soon, didn't you? It's evictee number 6, Ricky!
How you doing? Yeah, I'm good.
Got your beer?
Oh, yeah, spot on.
Got your beer?
Spot on.
All the best drinks on this show, babe. Don't you worry about
finally have a
that.
proper drink.
Yeah, proper, actual drink. Rick, are you surprised to be Saturday tonight?
No. I mean, everyone's done, I think, really well in there. I mean, it's hard situation being in there as well. Like, no food at all. It's draining every single day.
Yeah.
So hats off to everyone getting this far and doing as well as they did.
You've done well. It's the semi-final. Good luck, Tim. How do you think, though, it differs? You've obviously done a reality show. You've been on Geordie Shore, you've been on X on the Beach. How does structured reality like that compare to reality like this?
The thing is, when obviously doing those shows, you go out drinking every night. You're partying. You're with obviously a lot younger people as well.
Different environment.
Yeah, completely different environment. So being in there, it was a lot tougher. I can't explain how tough it was. It was draining from day one. I mean, you have the same conversations with people day after day, all day, 24/7. So I mean, when it got to night, you thought, all right, we'll have a drink and that, but it wasn't to be.
It wasn't.
No, it wasn't really the party house that I thought it was going to be. But what an experience! So I was glad to be a part of it.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
That's
Met some good friends in it. Some good friends.
Well, we're going to touch on your friends in a bit.
Yeah.
But I want to take you back. Let's go back to launch night.
Let's do it.
You walk through them doors, you're like, well, no, I'm in Big Brother house, like, having it up. Did you know everyone? Did you, like, look around and go, who's that?
Yes, I think I knew faces, but I obviously didn't know no one.
Was there anyone that you just did not know and thought, hello?
Looking back and... Yeah, no, I didn't recognise Kelly at first.
Yeah.
James, I think James is the only one.
And you got on well with James?
Yeah, really well, really well. I know he's been probably made out to be the bad person, but he is actually a really nice bloke.
Well, you know what, we're going to touch on James in a bit with you, because I know you were close with James.
Yeah,
but let's talk about you as a housemate.
Yeah.
If you could describe to us from the inside, what type of housemate do you think you were?
Well, I don't know, because I got called boring a few times.
All right!
I don't know, I thought I was fun. Being in those situations, it was hard.
You're saying you said you were called boring at times. Why do you think you're sitting here?
I've got no idea after the public. I don't know what's being seen. The thing is, we see everything 24/7.
Of course, we only see.
You only see an hour of what actually goes on.
Of course.
I don't know what's being seen.
Well, one person that he did connect with was Lauren. Ricky, let's talk about Lauren. Why did you bond so well? Is it the reality background?
I've got no idea. I mean, when you're with each other 24/7, the feelings can start building fast. Obviously, it's happened to me before.
Well, dating there's like a month.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But I think she's gorgeous, a really nice woman. And she was everything that I was looking for as well. Obviously, I've been single for a while now. But if it's not be, it's not be.
Do you think, you said a couple of times, you know, you feel that she was leading you on. Do you feel that maybe she was at certain points?
At times, yes, because it got to night and then all this flirting came out and we were kissing, we were hugging.
Do you think that was the drink?
And then during the day, it flipped and it was like, we hardly spoke.
Do you think that was the drink, though? Do you think it was the drink talking, or do you think it was Lauren?
Possibly, but yeah, possibly on her behalf, because there wasn't much drink.
No?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't know, I've got no idea. Let's go.
Well, we're gonna ask her, don't worry. Another person that you loved was Mummy D.
Yes!
Mummy D!
Dee to win.
Dee to win. What did you make of her? Why did you two connect so well?
What a woman. I'm close to my mum, my parents, in fact. And instantly, she was there for me. She was always there for us. What a lovely woman, inside and out, like she really is.
She's come across as I mean, I know she said her rousing it, but she's come across as quite a genuine person.
Yeah, and she is. She really, really is.
We saw her get really angry, actually, when people were nominating her babies, weren't she? She don't like that. She don't like that.
Yeah.
Was it quite nice? You said you're quite close to your parents on the outside. Was it quite nice to have that mother figure in the house with you?
Of course. I mean, Rylan, you know what it's like being in that house and that, so it's nice to have people you can obviously go to and speak to, and you know fine well they're there for you at any point, do you know what I mean? It was nice that, because we both had that. Yeah. She knew, obviously, she missed her kids a lot, and I mean a lot. So it was nice that we're there for each other.
And one thing we did see from Dee, we saw her crying in the pod one day. And she was saying that she felt that she shouldn't be there. Did you ever get that feeling while you were in there, that you feel, why am I here?
Yes. I thought, normally I go to the gym a lot, like train a lot, diet properly and stuff like that, and I was living on rice and beans, half a bowl of rice and beans a day for 14 days. And I was like, what is going on? Well, what have I actually come here for? Like...
Saying that, another one of the housemates in there is very into fitness, Audley.
Yeah.
I think you said earlier that you think he's the biggest game player in there?
I think now it's getting closer. No, do you know what it isn't? Don't get it wrong, I think he's a lovely bloke in that. but he sort of stepped up the gameplay, and you can see towards the end, which is fair enough. I've got no problem with people doing that. Do you know what I mean? People want to be.
He's one of the older housemates in there.
Yeah.
You know, and we are seeing, looking at the finalists, it is quite an older house.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is though? Between him and James, it's all friendly, good banter though. It was good to sit back and kind of watch. Like.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Who do you want to win?
D.
D to win?
Oh, 100%.
Think she can?
Definitely.
Who do you think don't deserve it?
Who's left?
Don't listen to them.
Do you know what, me and Gary actually sound now? He's absolutely sound, but I'd say Audley.
You think Audley don't deserve to
Yeah.
win it? OK, well, Ricky, listen, I think you've been a fantastic housemate.
Appreciate it.
Give it up for Ricky, guys.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Well done. Coming up, the second victory of the night, Lauren will be here to reveal all about her Big Brother experience. We'll see you after this. Well done, Rick. Well done, mate. Welcome back. Celebrity Big Brothers. Bit on the side where in 48 hours it's all going to be over. No, it's all right, though. It's all right for some. You know what I mean? Like, Kieran's going to go back to Hollyoaks. Like, that's what he does. Louisa's got, like, a business empire, like, selling rolling pins and all that. I'm going to be sat at home, unshaven, watching past episodes of this again and again and again in my pants. It's actually quite a lot to look forward to be fair. I'm not going to lie. Right, let's move on to tonight. She's entertained us with lots of fun, blurts, and the occasional flash in the pool. Here are Lauren's worst bits.
Hello, my name's Lauren Goodger. I bet you look at me and think, wow, isn't she amazing?
I just want to be me, 100%. It's a great opportunity for me to show who the real Lauren is. It's a chance for people to see the real me. I just want everyone to see the real Lauren. I only had a couple glasses of wine. Why not, eh?
Where's Lauren?
Lauren's having a shit.
I'm weird.
Are you weird?
Yeah. I'm weird.
I'm gonna have a drink.
This is the sort of thing a celebrity like me has to deal with every day.
Lauren, Big Brother hopes that you never again confuse Big Brother's pool with a toilet.
I'm weird.
She was the Essex princess who was courted throughout the house by the Geordie prince. But sadly, there's been no fairy tale ending for her because you've given her the glass boot. Get it, Cinderella glass boot? It's not really that funny. Give it up for your seventh evictee, Lauren! Go and take a seat over there for me, love. Oh, love.
Hello.
You look nice tonight.
Thank you.
You're looking nice. Nice to see you back in.
Oh, thank God for that.
Have you had a bit of a chance to relax?
Yes, I'm a bit shocked, but yes.
But you're feeling all right now?
I'm feeling okay.
It's me. You ain't got to
I
worry.
know, thank God it's you.
Right. Take that. Well, yeah, thanks. Lowell, are
Yeah.
you surprised to be sat here tonight?
I am a little bit, yeah.
Tell
not gonna
me why.
lie. Because I was very, very myself and real, and I think when you're there for 24 hours a day and it's put into 1 hour, and you watch things back, it's like, oh my God, did I look like that?
Yeah.
Did I say things? And sometimes I feel like when I'm trying to explain something, it doesn't come across how I mean.
Yeah.
And that is my downfall. And
You said that you were a real person.
Yeah.
And you were being real to yourself in the house. Who
Yeah.
do you think in the house? We saw you speak a lot about
Yeah.
saying a lot of people follow the crowd.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are just being up each other's, you know, and all of that.
Yeah.
Who do you think is He's playing up to the cameras in there.
James.
James.
Because he'd say things to me like, I find you a bit of competition, so I want to try and play it. And I'd be like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm only joking, babe. And I'm like, 1 minute he's completely wants to be our best mate, and next minute he's slagging me off. He does it to everyone.
About you and not standing up.
Exactly. He doesn't mean it. I think he's really playing a game.
You've said personally you're quite a good judge of character.
Yeah.
Did you think that on day one from him?
Yeah.
You did?
I could see, I give anyone the benefit of the doubt, and I thought, like, OK, he's actually quite a nice guy, but then I saw the way he was. He'd stir a situation up, take something you say, and then completely play on it and make it into a bigger thing. But then when it comes to him doing stuff, he's like, I didn't do that, then he'll walk off.
Right,
do you know what I mean?
So you do think he's playing up a bit?
The worst one in there.
You reckon?
The worst one in there, yeah.
Let's go back to day one.
Yeah.
You walk through the doors. I've asked Ricky the same question. Did you know everyone in there, or was you a bit like, hello, what?
I didn't. I knew Ricky I've met before.
Yeah.
George I knew of, and that was it.
And that was it?
Yeah.
But you've got to know him now?
I've got to know him now.
Have you made some real friends in there?
Definitely. Audley is brilliant.
Like Audley?
Love him. Love him.
Loving a bit of Audley.
The most realest one, down to earth, genuine. Without him I went a bit crazy this last week.
But Ricky's come out and said he thinks that he's the biggest game player.
Not at all.
You don't agree with that?
I think he was very fooled by James, because James wanted to be his friend. Yeah, and James wanted to be his mate, so he thought, well, Ricky's still here, he's quite a nice guy, let me get in. Even George, he was like, slag him off, but then want to be his friend, and he would say things like, today he put George up being the biggest game player, and I was thinking, that's your best mate.
What Lauren's talking about, you can catch in tomorrow night's main show as well. A little task in there. I was actually behind the mirror.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to you, Lol, because Sam, Amy, Mario, they all made it to the final.
Yeah.
What's happened to the Towie vote?
Do you know what? I think they're great people. Obviously, Sam wasn't very well, so when you're unwell, no one can nominate you. Amy, I think she's a lovely girl, but I think she kept herself completely closed, which is not a bad thing. I was a bit too open. And Mario's a good-looking guy, and he's sweet, and no one's really going to vote Mario because he's a guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what's happened.
Yeah, but I still love them. They're my co-stars.
But you've still made the semi-final.
Yeah.
Semi-finalist over it. Let me quickly just move on to Stephanie, because Stephanie, you know, you and her got a very similar background, similar CV.
Yeah.
Would you say she was the closest girl to you in the house?
Stephanie's a sweetheart. I think she's very, if anything, when I was upset about things that James said, she'll come over to me and give me a cuddle, and she was like, you're the nicest girl in the house, blah, blah, blah. And I think it's a shame she wasn't there longer.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Did you find it quite harder after she left?
Because we're similar ages, so yeah, and I think she was quite normal and down to earth, and we kind of... half of us
just got on well with her?
Got on well with her, yeah.
Now, listen, Lol, I'm going to get comfortable for this bit.
Yeah. What are you going to say?
Now, some of the other housemates, between me and you,
right,
some of the other housemates said that alcohol ain't your mate.
No.
It's no secret. Me and you are friends on the outside.
Yeah.
I know what you like when you like a tipple.
Yeah.
What do you think you're like when you've had a drink, Lol?
I think I'm a normal 27-year-old young girl. I'm real. I think any girl can relate to me. We're like, that's me. And I think I'm not trying to be someone I'm not. And I think the only downfall with me is when I've had a drink, I can't explain when I say things.
What you really mean.
What I really mean. And I think I'm too open minded. And I think...
Would you say it's the drink's fault for pissing in the pool?
I didn't.
Did she wee in the pool? Lauren, we've got underwater cameras, and when you wee in the pool, it goes purple.
It didn't for me.
I thought I'd get with that one. I really thought I'd go with that one. And also, when we've seen you have a drink, we've seen a little...
I know, how embarrassing.
Was that a genuine mistake, or was it like, oh, fun?
I made a mistake of having one sleeve swimsuit on.
A little off the shoulder.
So when I jumped in, I was just like, oh, don't worry about it.
Casual boob.
I never did that on purpose. And then I woke up next morning going, what have I done? Oh my God, kill me now. And they was like, you were fine, babe, but your boob coming out. I was like, what?
Babe, you've got a lovely boob. Like, let's be honest. Nice boob. Nice boob.
I want to die.
Let's quickly move on to your entire experience.
Yeah.
Was it everything you thought it was going to be?
Do you know what? I think I've had the most amazing time, but the last week I think I went a bit, whoa, the group got smaller, so I lost the strong character Nat Kelly, and she was a good friend to me, and I could speak to her, and then when it comes to the game players that are still in, it got tough. Without Audley and obviously Ricky, I don't think I would have survived. I'd be like, I've got to go now.
As much as well. Well, unfortunately, like we said, you have fallen at the final hurdle just before the final.
Yeah, 2 days.
Are you gutted that you're not going to be in the final?
I am gutted because I think we've come such a long way. And I feel like another 2 days, you know, but what's meant to be is meant to be, and I'm proud to have done it and last this long.
Well, we have got a strong... We've got a strong final lineup.
Thank God for that.
Who do you think, out of the remaining housemates, doesn't deserve to be in the final? If you could trade places with one of them, who would it be?
James.
James?
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
I just think James is very, very... I don't dislike the guy because 1 minute he'd be my best mate, the next minute he'd be slagging me off, and he didn't do it to me, he did it to George, to Steph, to everyone. And I feel like he's massive fan of the game and he wants to win. Fair play to him, but he doesn't deserve to still be in there, and I think he's not right the way he acts and goes on as a 36-year-old man, especially to women. He's quite insulting, quite intense and stuff, and I think he twists things, and it's not really fair.
Who do you want to win?
Oh, Audley.
Audley to win?
Yeah.
Audley to win? Well, there you go. Listen, Lauren, you've been a great housemate,
Thank
believe
you.
me. Give it up for Lauren Goodyear. Still to come, Ricky and Lauren will be put through their paces by our panel and audience. We'll see you after this. Bye. A little bang. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother. Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. So listen, when Lauren was talking about her and Ricky, she said that they're never going to happen. But that's what actually the main show said about bots. But here we are! So Rick! It might happen, Rick. You just never know. Now, listen, on Friday, we're going to be crowning your Celeb Big Brother champ. Here are all the important numbers that you need. This week, Audley, Dee, Edel, Gary, George and James all face the public vote. Who wins, you decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. From a mobile, call 6 50 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. For Audley, add 01. For Dee, add 04. For Edel, add 05. For Gary, add 07. For George, add 08. For James, add 09. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary. Or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's live final. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Oh, yeah. You like that? Right, now listen, quite important. Guys, just to let you know, due to a technical issue earlier, Gary's photo might not have been displaying properly on your app. But don't worry, it hasn't affected voting for Gary in any way, so you can still vote with confidence. Do not worry about that. It's time now for our panel and audience to have their say. So, Kieran, what would you like to ask Ricky?
So, Ricky, if we go back to the very beginning, do you regret now trying to start a relationship with Lauren? Now it's not happened because we didn't get to see the real single Ricky. From watching like Geordie Shore and you being like having a laugh and the young crazy one, we didn't get to see that in the house because the whole story was all focused on the relationship between you and Lauren. Do you regret trying to start that now knowing there isn't going to be a relationship?
God loves to try it.
No, not. Do you know what it is? Not at all, mate. When I did Geordie Shore, that was a year and a half, 2 years ago. I've matured since then. I've grown up since then. So that whole thing I've moved on from. Yeah. I'm 27-year-old now. Do you know what I mean? And I've been single for a long time, and it was nice to meet someone that, yeah, fair enough, it's not going to work. But I did have feelings for her. I was honest and I was true to myself.
Don't start confusing him now. You're out. All right? I'm telling you now.
Why does he get so deep all the time?
But yeah, I wouldn't have changed a thing, mate.
It's a good question. Yeah. Good question, Kieran. Nicola, what's your question for Lauren?
You ready?
Yes.
No, it's good. So, obviously, we know there's been other Towie stars that have gone in. Did you ask their advice before you went in?
To be completely honest with you, I didn't tell a soul I was going in apart from my close friends and family, so unfortunately I didn't speak to them, but I know they done it and I thought, go for it, enjoy it and make the most of it.
You're probably better than all of them.
Thank you.
I think you're brilliant.
Lulu, what's your question for Ricky?
There was a lot of muscle in the house this year. Did you think you were going to be the house hunk? And then when you got in there, you were a bit like, oh, I'm not.
Not at know.
Is that, yeah?
Can I just say, I don't know how you've got to the end of this series without a glass of champagne over your face.
I know.
I really don't.
Punch me out or throw something over me.
Good luck to you.
No, I always thought, I sort of knew either Kieran Jones, I thought that he was going in, or David was going in anyway. So, I mean, they're both good-looking lads. So, I mean, when obviously... Going to them, when I was obviously walking out, when your VT comes in, walking out, getting that reaction off the public anyway, so I knew fine well I wasn't going to be the most shredded person in there.
Rick, do you think there was much competition between you?
You're sorry?
Do you think there was much competition between, like, the muscles?
Me and David?
Yeah, a lot of the muscle ones,
not at all.
Not at all?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Let's see, Ian, look who's in the audience. Look who it is. What's your question for Ricky, Ian?
For Ricky, Paris McElravy wants to know, if you had to have wallpaper with one housemate's face on it, which housemate would it be?
Yeah, I'd probably say D, you know.
I love that. You got one for Lauren?
For Lauren. Emily wants to know, if all the housemates were bottles of wine, who would be the most expensive?
Oh, great question.
in your own time.
Lauren, are you all right?
Bottles of wine.
Lauren, did you hear the question?
Oh, sorry, is it to me?
That's why I said Lauren at the start.
I thought you said Ricky. Sorry.
Lauren, if all housemates were a bottle of wine, who would be the most expensive?
He's channeling James Jordan here.
I am.
I think, to me, Audley is the most matured. He's lovely. And he's the best man ever.
Good answer.
It'll knock you out in 73 seconds.
And it'll knock you out in 73 seconds, yeah. There you go. Right, question time. Who's got questions?
I was like, what?
There you go, babe.
OK, question for Lauren.
Yeah.
What did you find bitchier? Celebrity Big Brother or Towie?
Oh!
Oh, OK. Towie is a reality soap, so it's a bit briefed. So you're put in a situation, you're a character, so... It's real, but you're that character to them. Big Brother, I've seen some grown men that are bigger bitches than I've ever seen in my life. So I was like, I'm the youngest in here, but I felt like a lot of them are very... a few hours ready to make already.
Well, that relationship's going to work, isn't it?
I'm the 19th and the 20th, so yeah, OK. But no, I think watching grown men, the way they act around elderly men, I respect my elders, I was like, wow, this is not on.
Good answer. Teresa, what's your question for Ricky?
I'm an elderly woman.
Yes.
Did you find Big Brother harder than you expected it to be, and why?
Well and truly. I mean, the eating rice and beans.
Nicola, are you all right, babe?
I'm so sorry, I've got a cold.
She's not very well.
And I'm sneezing, I'm trying to keep
Babe,
it
that's all right, you
quiet.
still look lovely.
Obviously, I'm young. The youngest in the house.
Oh, yeah?
And obviously, I'm used to, obviously, partying and going to have a drink with the lads and stuff like that.
Old people party as well.
No, I know that. I know that.
Ricky, trust me, she hangs about out the gate at 3 in the morning like... I've got time for one quick question. So, Kieran, what is your question for Lauren?
Lauren, if you could go back to launch night, would you change anything? Anything at all?
Do you know what? I don't regret anything, but the one thing I regret is not explaining myself when I've had a drink. I think things I say, I don't articulate the things I mean, and I think I say things without thinking, but it's completely different to what I mean.
Would you take this now as a lesson that maybe next time you do have a drink, you might subconsciously now think from this experience that you've learned something from this?
It's like, do you know what it is? I think I made a mistake one night of saying something about I've got more to lose than you, and I didn't mean that. I meant it from a personal aspect that, well, the media's on me, negative towards me, so when I do something, they're going to jump me more than they would anyone else. Not that I'm better than anyone else, I don't think that at all, and I think that's a big mistake I made.
There you go. Guys, I've got to say, I thought last night was a strong panel, but this one was a good and an all, so give them a massive round of applause. Thank you, guys. Unfortunately, that is it. We are out of time. It's a bit upsetting, I know. It's my last Wednesday. A massive thank you to all of my guests and our fantastic audience. Lovely. Emma is going to be back here tomorrow night for the penultimate show of the series, where she's going to be joined by Jed Wood and Charlotte Crosby. I'm going to be back here on Friday for the final episode of Bots this year. I think it's time to get more all night. See you later.